It's electric. Hey, everybody. I am outside with SMUD, and they're going to be talking to us about the benefits of an electric vehicle. And joining me is John Grinrod. Thanks for joining me, John.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Let's start with the basics. You know, we're seeing electric vehicles on the road. We're seeing hybrids. It may be confusing for people that aren't familiar. So what is an electric vehicle?
So when we're talking about an electric vehicle, we're always talking about something that plugs into a source of electricity to charge the batteries, and it drives on batteries for some range. Now, within that wider definition, we have two more narrow definitions. This car, for instance, is a Chevy Bolt. It's an all-electric vehicle, and there is no gas engine. But when you mention plug-in hybrids, a hybrid has a battery that when the battery's depleted after a range of anywhere between 15 and 50 miles, a gas engine takes over, and you could drive from here to New York just like you would any car.
Okay, so those are some great features. What are the benefits if someone gets an electric vehicle?
You know, I mean, they're quick cars. They're just fast. The maintenance is low on these things. There's no oil changes. The batteries last a lot longer because of the technology and how the things are made. The brakes last a lot longer because of the technology, and they're just elegant cars. They're quiet, they're smooth, low maintenance, low cost, and maybe one of the biggest benefits is that driving electric is the equivalent of paying less than $1 a gallon for gas.
Okay, so here we have the Bolt, and since it is electric, it is going to need an electric source at some point. So how does all this charging stuff work?
Well, the most common place people charge is at home. 80% of the charging is done at home, and it looks something like this. You come home from work, you plug in your car just like this. It's this simple.
Okay.
Then you go in for dinner, and you wake up every morning with a full tank. A lot of people also charge at work if you have that available, and of course there are charging stations all around town and more coming all the time.
How far can you get an electric vehicle?
Well, it depends on the size of the battery. So this vehicle here, for instance, the Chevy Bolt, has a range of 238 miles. Some of the lower end of the driving range spectrum will get 80 or 90, and up on the upper end you'll see around 300 plus miles. So I mean, there's a lot of variety out there.
And John, you know, he is practicing what he preaches because he does drive an electric vehicle. Now, what is SMUD doing to incentivize people to go electric?
Great question. So SMUD has a couple of programs. One is called Charge Free for 2 years. It's for people, SMUD customers, who purchase or lease a new plug-in electric vehicle. They have a choice of $599 cash, which is about the amount that it costs to charge at home for 2 years, or a free level 2 charger. When I say level 2, I mean a 240-volt high-powered charger that you would use at home. We also have what we call EV rate credit, and it is a 1.5 cent discount on all of your household electricity between midnight and 6 for EV drivers only.
And, you know, I'm sure there's other tax credits and things that can go along with it. What advice do you have someone who may want to consider going electric?
Yeah, when you talk about other incentives, there's a state of California rebate of up to $2,500 and a federal tax credit of up to $7,500, depending on the vehicle and the battery size. And I would say if you're thinking about going electric, go to smud.org/drive-electric. There's a lot of resources there. There's links to other places, and we have on there our PlugStar shopping assistance, which is a great tool.
All right, SMUD with the electric vehicle out here. We're going to keep charging. Thanks so much for being here, John.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Thank you.
Have a great day, everyone.
This interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.